Hi everyone. This is the last day of the Bologna Children's Book Fair, and I'm very glad to introduce to you the big stand of Ukrainian Publishers. It's been curated by the Ukrainian Book Institute. Maybe you remember last year we had an empty stand of Ukrainian Publishers that was a symbolic stand because the war had just started and they actually couldn't join us in forces. But this year, thanks to the cooperation of their Book Institute, we have been able to put together this big stand that is very representative of all the amazing Ukrainian publishing for children. And you see there are many publishing houses represented, and we are really very happy for this. And we had a number of Ukrainian publishers attending the fair, not to say how many illustrators, creative authors, but this is something that we will explore later on. You know that this year, for the Europe category, the winner of the Bologna Prize, Best Publishers of the Year, was Old Lion, an Ukrainian company that had actually already won some of the Bologna Book Fair awards in the past. And they have their own stand, and let's explore their books that brought them to become the best publishers of the year. Here you are. You see, everybody knows this book on war because last year this was, we used this as a symbol for the Ukrainian absence, let's say, and it's really an amazing book, but that's not the only one. But I'm pretty sure that most of you know about the production of this amazing publishing house. There's another area focused on Ukraine in the framework of this BCBF, and it is an amazing poster exhibition. The title is Illustrated Ukraine, and it was created together with the International Festival Book Arsenal and Pictoric Association of Artists and Illustrators. This exhibition was very much appreciated by the ambassador, the extraordinary ambassador of Ukraine in Italy, Yaroslav Melnik, who paid a visit yesterday to the fair. What is this exhibition? It is a poster exhibition that is let me say, a strong voice in this fair, because this exhibition is not an exhibition of illustrations for children's books, but it is an exhibition of illustrations that have been created by Ukrainian illustrators in the last year to illustrate Ukrainian children suffering from the Russian aggression. And this is a really amazing one. You can see people were really stunned by this collection. And also let me say what is really strong is the strength of the voice, of the protest, of the way the reality, the daily reality is depicted. Because of course it is very difficult to understand something like this, and I think that going through this illustration, maybe we can feel somehow really what is happening there. And I'm very proud to say that this one was one of the most interesting features. People were really touched and also impressed by the quality of the illustration. So it was not only the strength of the voice, but also the value and the power of illustration that attracted people. Here we are in the very heart of the translators that are attending the fair in large numbers. This is the Translators Café, and it is celebrating its 20th anniversary. You know, translation for books is really a bridge. It is the real bridge between different cultures and the languages. And when it comes to children's books, the role of translators is even more important, because it very often happens that the translator acts as a real scout of new books in the country of the languages he or she translates. And this program is always full of events related also to the main topics of the year fair. And this year, for example, one of the main features was an international meeting of the translators of Italo Calvino, the great Italian author, writer who is celebrating, whose centenary we are celebrating in this year all over the world, and at the fair, of course. And you know, other features were interesting meetings about translating comics, translating manga, and a big event organized in collaboration with CEATEL, that is the Association of European Translators. And the commitment of the Bologna Children's Book Fair on translation and translators is also clear when we think that for the literary prize, Premio Strega Ragazze e Ragazzi, that we organize in collaboration with the Fondazione Bellunci and the Italian Center for Books and Reading, we decided at the very beginning, the first year we created the award 8 years ago, to award with the same award as the writer, also the translator, because we recognize that the success of the book is not only in the hand of the creator, but also in the hand of the translator, that becomes a real interpreter and bridge to another country of the novel. So we are always happy to welcome new initiative on translator, and we also have an award, in altre parole, dedicated every year to translators from different languages into Italian. The language of this year is Japanese. Usually it is the language of the guest of honor country, but since this year the guest of honor was the 60th anniversary, we picked up among the languages more interesting in children's books, and so we decided to focus it on Japanese. Here we are at the Italo Calvino exhibition. What is it? The title is Italian Excellence, Illustrations for Italo Calvino. Italian Excellence is a collection of exhibitions we have been doing since 2015. And this is the fourth episode of this collection. Italo Calvino is one of the most important writers of the 20th century. And this year, it is the centenary of his birth. We conceived this exhibition in two parts. One part presents the work of established illustrators who have already published their illustration of Italo Calvino novels for young writers, for young readers, sorry, and or they are going to publish in a few months. And here we have wonderful names of illustration, and you can find everything both on the BCBF galleries and in this amazing catalog that is published by Mondadori, and that reflects completely the exhibition in all its parts. And you can see there are really amazing illustrators. We have here Gianni De Conno. I told you that Gianni De Conno was an amazing Italian illustrator, and he was the creator of the silent book contest we talked about yesterday. And Nicoletta Ceccoli, Maria Chiara Di Giorgio. Here you can find all the best illustrators, and not only Italian illustrators, of course, because the excellence, the Italian excellence, is Italo Calvino. And then we have illustrators from different countries that have paid their homage to him, illustrating his novels. Giulia Orecchia, so many, so many. Ianna Scimbene. You have books that have been published very recently and books that have been published long ago. And then the second part of the exhibition was the result of an international contest we launched for illustrators that were asked to create original illustrations for this exhibition. More than 700 illustrators participated from different countries, and a jury selected 20 illustrators. So we have 21 illustrators in the famous illustrators area, and 20 illustrators in the young talents and the new illustrators for Italo Calvino. And it's been really amazing. It was my fortune to be a member of this jury, and it was really, really amazing to see from different countries the different point of view, the different interpretation of Calvino's stories. You know, Italo Calvino is an author that is not a children's author. He is an author who published many books, and among them a number is perfect for young readers, such as Il Barone Rampante and Marco Valdo and many others. And I can tell you that he is famous in many, many countries, and as we saw at the Translators Café, it is translated in many different languages. And it's really amazing to see how wide the interpretation can be, how different. And these are not young unpublished talents, it's a mix. For example, Arianna Papini, she's a very well-established Italian illustrator. It was not open only to unpublished illustrators, it was a contest. Same idea as we put in all the contests. It's open to anybody. And here it's a mix of published and unpublished authors, but the illustrations are all original and new. So the booksellers are another very important professional category for the Bologna Children's Book Fair. And thanks to the Italian Association of Independent Children's Booksellers, ALIR, I love their logo, because ALIR, Ali in Italian is wings. So I like the idea of books that are like wings. They create this Bookseller Lounge where booksellers can stop, discuss, liaise, meeting each other, getting to know different experiences of bookselling around the world. And in particular, they are also the promoter of an award, and they are the organizer of the Italian Children's Laureate. We were very happy this year to welcome back the official meeting of the Children's Laureate of the different countries. You know, Children's Laureate is an initiative that consists in a network of representative of children's books and literature in different countries. The countries that want to get on board to this network established for a period of 2 years an ambassador, a reading ambassador. And we, as Italy, we had Alessandro Sanna for the first 2 years, and now the new Children's Laureate is Susanna Mattiangeli. What is the task of these Children's Laureate? They go to schools to meet with young readers, they become official promoter of children's literature and illustration of the country, and it's been a network increasing a lot, and it was so great to have them back with their official meeting. The Illustrators Café was absolutely packed when they met, and I am happy for Susanna, because Susanna is a young writer, Italian writer, that has already published a number of books, and you can see here her best books, and she was nominated Italian Children's Laureate a few months ago, and now she has 2 years to work and to promote reading in Italy. There is a brand new chapter in the Bologna Children's Book Fair activity, and it is a training. I'm so proud to say that we have established a collaboration with a very important Italian university, Università Cattolica, that has been the organizer of masters in publishing, very well known, successful, and well attended. And very recently, the Università Cattolica from Milan came to us with a proposal that was made on the basis of an idea of Pier Domenico Baccalario, who is an Italian writer, and his company Book on a Tree. And they proposed us to get on board and be partner in the creation of a brand new master in children's publishing. And the title is Children's Book and Co., meaning that not only books will be on the stage, but also the other media, cross-media, because of course what is important is the content for children and the possibility of having this content onto the books and then onto other media. This is something that is completely new for us, what can be our contribution. International relationships, international knowledge of what's going on across the world when it comes to children's books, so connections, teachers, testimonials, people that are our usual peers that can come and tell students about their experience and getting them to know a bit more what is the international landscape of children's books.